Hello, everybody. Oh, it's me again. Okay, so I was brushing my teeth this morning, and as while I was brushing my teeth, I suddenly recollected um, a memory from a few days ago when I was on my way to have pizza. Mm. And so when I was on my way to the restaurant with my friend, um, so we we were walking along a lake, and I saw a few guys, smoking cigarettes, and then I was like, it suddenly just hit me. It just suddenly hit me, and I was like, I was like, mm, that sounds a little. That seems so weird to me. I've never actually felt that before, but I actually felt like that is just so weird and funny. Now here's why. Here's why. It's because I was like, wait, you're actually smoking? Like, not the smoking, like smoking, but I'm like, you actually smoking? Like, you inhaling smoke into oneself, right? Like when people smoke, it's basically inhaling smoke into the lungs and then have it back. Like, like exhale it back. And then I was like, isn't that that's so? Oh, and then it just really hit me, and I suddenly became so confusion. Well, confusion. I'm confusion. I'm like, why? I'm like, why would anyone do that? Why? Okay, why would it hit me so? Um, I actually saw it as a joke. I was like, this is such a funny joke. This is so wholesome. That's why I find it so wholesome, because it gave me such a good laugh. I was like literally laughing. I was like, why would anyone do this? It's so funny. It's so interestingly funny, because look, if there's a fire, that's what I actually thought on spot. I thought to myself, like, if there's an actual fire, like say it's a building or something, right? And you would not want to stay in the building because you could possibly say goodbye to the world, right? You could be burned, or very often it's usually people inhale too much of the smoke, be it is the dose, not dosage, like the amount of smoke that they inhaled, then that would cause them to to faint and then lose conscious, become unconscious, and then because the lack of oxygen, then they would say goodbye to the world. Right? And then as I was watching those two guys smoking cigarettes near the lake, and then I was like, wait, isn't it the same thing? I was like, if you were actually if you were to be in a situation where there's an actual fire happening, you would not run into the place, right? Because you would, there's a very high chance that you could bye-bye. And so, but then you're like actually smoking or inhaling smoke voluntarily. But yeah, I understand that would not possibly cause you to actually, right? But but it is in the process of it. Like, it's like, I know we all gonna say goodbye to the world someday. I know, okay, this is just what it is. But it's like you're accelerating it. That comes to me such a funny joke. I'm like, wait, I'm like, do people actually see the way that I actually see it? Is this making sense to anyone? Because I'm like, it's like an incremental. It's kind of like you're paying mortgages. You're just paying mortgages. It's like incrementally you are accumulating higher and higher chance of that. I'm just like, what? Who came up with this? Who? No, I don't think anybody came up with this. It's just a joke, but it's just very funny to me. It sounds so interesting and very funny to me because I'm just like, this is just like a is it like a prolonged? Is it an entire prolonged process rather than you actually go into a building that's actually on fire, that's actually smoking, like actually smoking, but then you're just not going into the building, but instead you kind of like package the entire smoke from that fire. Kind of, that's how I see it. And then you just keep, it's kind of like you, and then you inhale it. What do you call that? Like each day with like a daily dose of it. And then I'm like, what? Isn't it the same thing? How is it the same thing? So that's what I'm like. I'm confusion. I'm confusion. Why? Why? Beautiful people. Why? Beautiful people. Why? And then yeah, it just really struck me that way. And then what else? Oh, and then also, no, but I also know that like in cigarettes, there's like a chemical that's called like nicotine, something like that. What I understand about it is that it helps. It not like it helps or not. Yeah, it could help. It helps, or it causes the body, or the brain, maybe to relax in a way. So that's why, some people would be drawn to it, right? But it's just that scene that I saw. It really struck me so hard that I was like, that's actually a really, really interestingly funny joke, and that's why I find it wholesome, because I laughed about it. I had a really good laugh. But that's another aspect of it, because it's a wholesome, funny joke. So, yeah, that's the one thing. And then on the way to the restaurant, so we actually went into the mall. Okay, and then the restaurant is in the mall. So then we went into the mall, and then we had to walk past. And along the way, there are several shops. Okay, like they sell jewelry, like those jewelries like diamonds, those. Okay, like diamonds, gemstones, and stuff. Pretty high end stuffs that they sell. And then this is not something that's new to me. Like, this is something that is in me for quite some time already, but then I just haven't really expressed it that way. But then now I'm like, that smoking thing is kind of like having a quite similar link here. I don't know if anyone has ever thought of this, like the way that I feel in the following is that I like when I look at this what do you call that? Like the jewelry, okay, like the diamonds, very expensive pieces, jewelries, or even like watches, right? Some people really like watches and of different luxury brands and stuff. I mean, I understand that there's a certain aesthetics to them, okay? There's a certain aesthetics to them. So I do understand. But it's just, to me, whenever I look at these things, be it is like like gold, diamond and stuff, I'm confusion again. I'm confusion because I look at these pieces. I mean, yeah, they are shiny, they are beautiful in their own ways, right? But then to me, I see them as stones, like actual stones, like STONE, okay, like stones and minerals. I mean, technically they are, because technically they are, and it's kind of like they just like having a chemical formula to it. Yeah, it's like the chemical formula of them. Each one is a chemical formula, or like different carbon structure. It's kind of, that's why it's funny to me at the same time, just as the smoking, smoking cigarettes, because it's like, it's kind of like, because now his was also funny. The actual funny point to me is, You know, some ladies or people, not even just women, okay? You know, some people, they would really want to have a certain bag or a certain, you know, a certain item from any brand, okay? Be it a jewelry thing or like an actual like clothing, okay? Be it anything, or bag, okay? For women, it's more common with bag, but there are men as well, right? It doesn't matter. It's just people that they would, you know, be attracted to this. And then some of them, when they can't really afford it, like, you know, say the amount of money that they can't afford at the moment. I've heard of it because one of my girlfriends from high school, I heard about this, is that she ate very poorly for an entire month just to have the enough money to buy a luxury bread, a luxury bread, a luxury bag that she wanted at that time. So like she ate very poorly for an entire month, just to save up money for that. Well, I mean, I respect her. I'm not being judgmental. No, I respect her. It's anyone's personal choice, right? It's just that when it comes to things like this, you see, she would give up her daily beautiful, nice meals in exchange for the bag, right? But or for a jewelry piece, okay? There are many people could possibly be drawn to this and, you know, have it exchanged in such a way. And then and I see this, I understand and I respect it. And then on the other hand, I see that it's like it's a bunch of minerals and stones. And I'm just like, wait, I sometimes I don't understand. Like sometimes I don't understand. I'm like, what? I'm confusion. I'm like, why? Why? Well, why? It's like these are all, I know these are natural resources and they're rare gems, but why exchange minerals for this? I mean, I can drink it in the water. It's all in the water. The minerals. I'm like, but I do understand it's aesthetically very beautiful. I do understand that it's just another funny joke when it comes to myself. Like, it's so wholesome. It's like wholesome. The wholesomeness of all of these things is the funny factors in them, the funny elements in them that makes me laugh so much. And I'm just like, this is a bunch of minerals. Why? I'm like, why? I would love to have pizza and good meals every day rather than in exchange for minerals. Or even, look, the bag is not even minerals. It's like polyester. I'm like, I'm not giving up a month of good meals in exchange for polymers. I'm like, what the heck is this? It's just how my it's just me. It's just me. Okay. Okay, so that's it for today. Oh, thank you for joining me with this wholesome wildness of myself, because I do sometimes see things in this way, but I would love to share with the world. I don't know if anyone resonates with my thoughts, but here it is. Okay, so I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.